let me just point out again that every single point in this yellow section and forever this way and forever that way are solutions to this linear inequality. So there are just an infinite number of points that work. All right, so then let's go to example 1 and work these. So I need, in order to follow the steps we did earlier, I need to have this solved for y. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to add 3x to both sides. And that's going to give me 2y is greater than 3x plus 12. And then I'm going to divide everything by 2, divide both sides by 2. And that's going to give me that y is greater than 3/2 x plus 6. So 3 over 2, 12 divided by 2 is 6. All right, so I'm going to note that there is no line underneath this. So I'm going to have a dash when I graph it. I'm going to graph it dashed. And because it's greater than, I have it y is greater than, then I can shade all the y's that are above this line. All right, so we'll graph a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has a positive 3/2, so up 1, 2, 3 over 2, down 1, 2, 3, back 2, and I'm going to graph that line. And of course, even though I said dashed, I just drew this solid line. So you can see I've come back in and dashed it right there. So that indicates that no point. So if I were to plug a point into this and try and put it in up here at the top, it would not check because this side would be equal to that side. And my inequality does not have an equal sign. I want to shade above it. So I'm going to shade here. Highlighters work really nice for this right there. So there's my solution. All right, so my next one, B, I'm going to again solve it. So I'm going to have negative 2y it is greater than or equal to, and I'm adding x to both sides. So I guess plus x plus x. So it's going to be equal to x subtract 8. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2. And I'm going to get y. And what happens when I divide by a negative? That's right, this is going to reverse that inequality sign. So my greater than is now going to be a less than. Here, I haven't understood. That's going to be 1 over 2, so it's negative 1/2 x. Negative, negative gives me plus 4. So I'm going to graph that 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and we need to talk about here. I can see I have an equal, so I'm going to have a solid line, and because it's great, well, oh no, it didn't. Notice it started out greater than, but when I did solve it for y, my inequality switched. So it's at this point I see that it's less than. Y is going to be less than the line itself, so below the line. So it's going to be below. So then I will graph this line. I have a y-intercept of 4 and a slope of negative 1/2. So I'll graph that. So I've graphed it with a solid line this time, and I'm going to shade below it. So I'll shade underneath the line this way. These are all my solutions. So this is my boundary line. It splits the plane into 2 separate sections, the line itself, a section above and the section below. The section below are all solutions, and the section above, none of the points up there will be a solution. The line itself is also a solution in this particular one. So then let's look at C. So here we're going to solve by dividing both sides by 2. So we have y is greater than 5. It's greater than, so it's going to be a dashed or dotted line, and it's going to be, because it's greater than, it's going to be above. This has a well, it doesn't have a y. See, y is greater than 5, then it's a special case. So I'm going to be graphing the line y is equal to 5. So it's a horizontal line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's going to be dashed. So let's see if I can dash this here. There's my dashed line, and because it's greater than, I'm going to shade above it. And then D, a little variation on this, I'm going to divide by 4. So I get that x is less than or equal to -4. That's -1. Again, a special case. It's just an x, so it's going to be a vertical line going through -1. And it's equal, so it's going to be a solid line going through. So didn't use my ruler this time. So you can see my solid line where x is equal to -1. Now, with an x, I can't shade above it, can I? There's no above really to it because this is going forever up and down. So with an x, it's either going to be left or right. So with x's, I can do, if it's less than or equal to, I'm going to shade on the left. And if it's greater than or equal to, I'm going to shade on the right. So this one is x is less than or equal to, so I'm going to shade on the left.